so we went to sleep. And from there, we ate breakfast. We had the plan to what we were going to do. Started coming up with some names of who we were going to be called if people asked. Came up with a few good ones. We're kind of in between. We have a name, but it's all different to all of us. And when we get there, there's a big court going on, and it's kind of for formalities. And they give us a chariot. They give us gold. He's in secrets, Bill.
All right, you continue. You go ahead. I'm gonna go with him.
No problem.
You keep going.
Okay. I feel like if I don't keep going, he's gonna know, so I'm gonna keep going. And yeah, from there we take the chariot, ride like the wind, and we get to a stop, and it's the people that we fought coming to the bandits that we fought coming into Drenna, and they were sent to either have us join them or kill us. And Father Fike surprised us all by saying, "Yeah, we'll go with you." And they were all shocked by that. They're like, "Wait, what? Okay." And we come up with a devious plan to kill them all and go to the turf fields to stop them from taking over all the food on the western hemisphere of Taldore. And as Cortanus and Seal pull the blockades away so that we can ride on, and they think we're going to go with them, Noxus fireballs and kills about nearly half of them. And that is where we left off.
Huzzah!
I would like to rage. There's a cap.
Oh, the extension looks so cool. I wish I could take a good screen cap of it, but it would show both my monitors at the same time, and that'd be weird.
Whoa! Why is she looking at porn while she is playing D&D? Just kidding.
I mean, to be fair, it would just be the big, the actual, like, Roll20 screen, too.
True that.
Yeah, so that would show.
I don't know how I'd live life without multiple screens.
Ruthless Pirates, yep. And then I follow the orders. I don't really like any of the flaws here.
Beautiful.
You know what? I like that one better than the one I have.
On the right.
So I'm gonna do this one.
No matter what I do, my health isn't right, so I'm just gonna leave it like that.
Yeah, you need to set it to manual, I think.
I did.
I am not gonna do notes because that's gonna take too long.
But also, wait, Shango has 49 health?
Sounds about right.
For real?
For sorcerer?
16 times that.
Must be nice to have a lot of health.
I have 48 health. What the fuck?
He rolled pretty well.
I have 46. Yeah. I have 46 health.
Also, change your character name to Noxus.
I will.
I'm on the front line most of the time. I have.
Sup, y'all?
Sup, homie?
Meat and food.
Do I have to add the magic in? Magic should already be there.
I got the magic in me.
Oh boy.
Singing session?
Are we
Alright, guys. Roll initiative.
Oh, shit.
I just got here, though.
What'd I roll?
Roll a 9.
I rolled a 9. Great. I'm looking. I'm good looking. I'll go first.
Fuck.
guys.
At least we killed 7 of them.
Listen,
okay, guys?
I have a 0.
At least we
I
killed
have a
7.
0. Look at the rest of their initiative. Okay, so Nox only has a 1, but the rest of these guys,
Yep.
they have no excuse. I have a 0. So,
Studded leather.
Get him out! Get him out! Get him out now! Get him out now!
That was for Shango.
Oh fuck!
Good job, Shango.
Oh.
Good job, Shango.
That was
you
mean.
would,
Oh.
GM.
Talk about the
Gotcha,
element
yeah.
of...
That's sabotage.
That is like Beastie Boys level sabotage.
Le saboteur.
I know we're all just lacing our boots up. We're trying to get ready. We're stretching.
Oh, yeah.
All right. I didn't want to kill anybody on the road today, but you know what? Looks like it's gonna happen.
Looks
Time
like
to punch the clock, guys.
Doom.
looks like somebody didn't get the memo. We're badasses. Kidding.
What's a memo?
Memo. It's
This is going
it's-
great already.
Is that like a meme?
thing. Yes, something like that. Weapon. Can I get a longsword? Can somebody get me a longsword?
No.
Can a motherfucker get a long sword?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
We were just in town like literally last session.
That's true.
I'm talking
Went
about
to a
D&D
blacksmith.
Beyond. I'm talking about D&D Beyond.
Really?
It gives me like all these other magic items. But give me a normal longsword.
It wants you to be powerful. Let you be powerful.
Wand of Orcus. I wonder what that is.
Oh no! No! That is a terrible
amazing.
idea.
I would like to add 2 horns of Orcus to my inventory, please.
Is this okay with the DM? Is this all right with the DM?
No.
No, it's not.
It's only a +3. I don't understand. It's so bad.
I don't understand what the problem is.
Thought this was the
I
mirror.
want it, but I just want to tune to it for like maybe 2 levels.
Okay, do I export the character sheet? Do I view the character sheet? What do I do? Start new campaign? What do I do? Am I good?
Mhm.
Am I
You
in
should
there?
be
Am I
good.
in?
You're in.
Shango's got more HP than me. I'm officially not protecting him.
Wait, who's got more?
There you go.
Shango!
You don't need to protect him. I'm protecting him. That's my fucking job.
I don't know about you, but you
I have
seem
no
to be
spells.
all the fucking way over there.
That's true.
And I'm all the way over here.
There's a lot of enemies
Good
over
time.
here.
Yeah. And he's over.
Meh.
Well, my goal is to
Good
keep
times,
all
I
the
have-
enemies over. Yeah.
Meh.
You guys,
Oh, God,
yeah,
don't go
me,
down.
yeah.
So I think that's how we should talk to the game.
I'm gonna go
Just
right
for-
meow, and attack with meow.
Yeah, and
I
also
don't- I
yeah.
We
I
might
don't
lose
disagree with
it.
this. This is probably how we should finish off this campaign. Probably like that.
I'm gonna attack right mirror with this right mirror.
I'm throwing this spell right
face
now.
right mirror.
And hitting this guy right now.
Who's this? Vecna? Fuck. Meow.
Oh my gosh. He's probably sitting there like, what the fuck have I gotten myself into?
Yeah, he's just adding HP to enemies. It's like nobody's.
He's like, and you get 5 HP, and you get 5 HP, you get a plus 5 on your attack.
All right.
Jesus.
So you guys get your surprise off. The fireball goes explodes in the center of the group, and as the flames clear, there's several individuals are just not there anymore, and the rest, those that are still standing, are pretty badly charred.
I'm still alive, but I'm very badly burned.
Yes. And
Have I done
Any
that?
chance they didn't notice you threw?
any chance what?
That they didn't see who threw it? Because if not, I'm gonna point at one of these guys and be like, "It was him!
Yeah.
It was him!"
It's always him.
No. They're pretty sure.
Big dark scale dragonborn stands up with his sword, goes, "By fire be purged." It was that guy.
It was the other guy.
Holy shit!
It's like.
No, I don't think it was him, guys. I think you're jumping to
No.
conclusions.
Have you ever seen the
guy.
where
The
the
accusatory
guys
monkey.
rob the bank and they jump into the car
Jump.
and the cops all run into the bank and they're like, all right, and they just speed off.
You're jumping to conclusion, guys. It was that guy over there.
Yeah. Whoa! We just said we were gonna go with you.
So Carrick is first to act,
Fuck.
Not carrot.
and he
Great.
is going to move right here
Right there.
and hold his action. And that brings us to Donver,
Donnie.
Carolyn Danvers.
who's going to run up to here and say, it was good to see you, Sayao, for old time's sake. Bye, though. And he is going to swing at you with his club.
I managed to shit say, oh, sorry.
Ooh, that's a natural 1 on the first one.
Woo!
Yeet, yeet.
When you hit
So
the
he-
whole up with
big-
his club,
Yes, just a
Just
big
yeets
old
his sword.
whiff.
Yeet.
Really?
And you just completely parry it with your war pick, and it kind of like stings his hand. He's and then he
Good to see you.
recovers and tries to come back around with a backhand. That's a bit better. That is a 25 to hit.
yeah. Yeah.
D5 to hit. So you suffer. You suffer 23 points of bludgeoning damage as he cracks you upside your temple. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh God.
$14 is not good enough. Your vision goes white, and you are blinded. You are blinded
By the light.
Gotcha.
until the end of your next turn. This activates Carrick's held action as he's going to come up with both of his daggers and try to stab you in the ribs. And because you are blinded, he has advantage on these attacks. The first one is a natural 20.
Nope, misses.
I can't even do anything about that. I'm fucking so far away.
The second one, wow, I rolled a 6 and a 5. The second one is a 13.
I think we done fucked
I think
up,
that
guys.
misses. Right, Sao?
Oh.
All right, so from the natural 20, however,
Fucking assassinate.
you suffer 29 points of piercing damage, and I need you to make another Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, we're fighters. We're good at this. We're good at this.
I moved the.
That's
the
better.
barricade.
19.
Yes.
That's really good. So you only take half as much damage as you feel the hot poison coursing through your veins.
Please, nobody die.
So 13 points of poison damage.
That's halved.
That was already halved. I already halved it for you. It was
My lord.
26, so halved is 13.
All right.
And then that is going to end their turn. Sao, you're up. You are blinded.
By the light.
What?
Everything is just like blurry. You can't focus on anything. All you
Just
can
got
see is like
bad.
vague shapes.
What can I do?
You can do your turn. It's just you're blind. So any attacks you would make would be at disadvantage. And a blinded creature can't see and automatically fails any ability check that requires sight. Attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and the creature's attack rolls have disadvantage.
What about a potion?
You could drink a potion.
What potion y'all give me?
We gave you a greater healing.
So, how many is that?
If you drink a greater healing, that's 4d4 plus 4 healing.
Oh,
So you heal 12 points. So you fumble around in your like side satchel, and pull out your the potion bottle that you know is in there, uncork it, and drink it down. That's your bonus action. So
I guess you attack where I last heard somebody in front of me. Yes.
So you're gonna try and attack Donver or Carrick?
The one standing right in front of me.
So Donver. All right. Make your attack rolls with disadvantage. You have you only get 2 attacks because you used your bonus action to drink a potion. You get 2 attacks with your battle axe. 21 hits, even with disadvantage. And another 21 hits. So roll
Let's
damage
go.
for both.
Yes!
So
Yes, yes, yes.
17 points of damage. Ouchies.
Now we're just a bond,
17
Sao.
points of damage. He is going... That hurt. So you just lash out with your battle axe, shing shing, and he's unable to dodge out of the way as you leave 2 big gashes in his leather armor on his chest. He looks at you and says, "Huh, I see you've been practicing."
Indubitably.
Swing a heavy weapon.
What's that?
Never-
Oh. That ends your turn, Sao.
Yeah.
Erdan, you are up.
I'm gonna stroll off the back of this little carriage thing.
Uh-huh.
Is that? Yeah, that's off it.
Yeah.
That'd be like 5 feet. Like get off
Yeah.
that, right?
Yep.
So I got 30 feet left. Let's see.
You have 25 feet left, right?
Yeah, that's what I meant.
I was gonna say, wait a second. I was like, wait, is he a wood elf? No, he's not a wood elf.
Not that cool, man. Alright. Then I'm going to use a spell.
What spell are you going to use?
I'm going to use a chromatic orb.
Oh boy.
Oh, who are you going to shoot it at?
At a second level.
Ooh.
And joke's on you, I'm going to shoot at 2 people.
Oh, we're twinning it,
Twin
are we?
spell!
Twin spell.
We're twinning.
Twinsies!
Who's getting a couple of chromatic orbs?
I'm going to say this guy and this guy.
All right. So go ahead and roll your attack rolls. 24 hits and 22 hits.
Yes!
Both hit.
Holy fuck!
They will just say the same damage for both.
That's amazing!
So 29 points of damage for each guy. What kind of damage?
Oh, lightning.
Lightning. So
Fucking
each
A.
one gets this ball of lightning that just hits them in the chest. Their whole body starts to glow this like blue color, and like you can see that like cartoony, like where you can like it flashes between you being able to see their skeleton and not, and their hair starts to smoke. Their eyes roll back in their head, and they both fall to the ground, no longer moving.
So this came from my, like, I walked off and pointed my hammer at him, and that just came off my hammer.
Yeah.
No.
That's awesome.
They're
And
no
I just
longer
sling it back on
moving.
my shoulder like, that's all you got.
Amateur hour.
Anything else, Erdan?
Hot damn.
Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna shield of faith myself.
You already cast a spell this turn.
Crap! I keep forgetting that.
forget
Yeah,
that
then
too.
that's nothing.
I mean,
I'm
unless it was a
done.
cantrip, but unfortunately,
It
that's
is not a cantrip, unfortunately.
Oh, you can do cantrips?
You can do like if you casted a second level bonus, like if you casted a spell that was a bonus action, you could then use your action to cast a cantrip. So like if you misty stepped, you could then use a cantrip, but you couldn't cast unless you take that feat, which I think you can't take till 8th level though, or something like that. There's a feat in the Tal'Dorei campaign guide that allows you to do second level or less, plus a 3rd level or higher.
Oh,
I
so
don't
they
got
made it
nothing
a
like
feat
that.
now.
So
Not that
anyway,
cool. So I just
that
sling my
brings
hammer.
us. Oh yeah, you sling your hammer over your shoulder again and give them the little "come and get it"
Yeah.
Wow.
because your
That's
shield's not. Yeah, because your shield's not out because you were casting because you don't
Nope,
have.
it is out because I have Warcaster.
Oh, that's right, you did. You just got Warcaster. So you got them both out, but you give them the little like finger like "come on" thing.
Get around, yeah.
All
Like
right.
the rock.
Bring it. Now that brings us to the bugbears. Now I had 4 bugbears, but now I only have 2.
Could
Yeah, I
have
think-
happened to the other 2?
I wonder what happened.
I didn't even see that one down there. Fucking hiding ass
Yeah.
bugbear.
This guy comes charging at you, Erdan.
Listen, it was an accident.
It
I
wasn't
put
me.
the hammer out. It did its own thing. That was not my fault.
It wasn't me.
And this one comes charging at you, Cortanus.
Okay.
And they are going to swing their crazy morning stars at you. They're like these big wooden, like Maori looking like clubs. And here we go. Ooh, that's terrible. That's awful. That's a 11 from the first one.
Just immediately
Cortanus.
catches it at the hilt, so it has the most leverage to keep it up away from her.
Yep, and with the second strike, that's a bit better. That's a 21 to hit.
Yep.
So you suffer. Ooh, that's
Where's my book?
16 points of piercing damage. as he disengages from your block and comes back with a backhand. He catches you up under the ribs. Your armor catches most of it, but there'll be a bruise tomorrow. And
Sean, I'm
then
a bad mistake again.
your guy is going to take a couple swings at you.
He's gonna take a couple swings at you.
That's an 18 to hit.
18.
18 to hit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, hits.
He
That
doesn't have
hits?
his headset on.
Oh wait,
So
no, it
that's
does not hit.
It does not.
It
It does not.
Out. My bad.
okay. And then the second one definitely misses. So he swings the first time, Kong, and it just bangs off your shield. And as he comes back with the backhand, you catch it with the shield again. And he is unable to connect. That brings us to Ranga. She is going to hop out over here behind this boulder, try to get a little bit of cover, and she is going to fire her longbow at that orc right there. That first shot misses. Second shot misses. She fires 2 arrows, but both are wide of their target and disappear into the tall grass. That brings us to Fike.
All right, Ranga, thanks for that. I'm gonna saunter out.
You can't hit every time.
Well, I was gonna go where she was, so she kind of. I'm just gonna get to there.
She's an archer. She's not looking to get up into the fray.
No, I was gonna go behind the rocks, so she took my spot.
That's what I'm saying. She's an archer. She has to get some cover and find a spot where she's got a good angle on everything.
I'm gonna use my action to click the dagger of venom.
Okay.
So it's all.
Yeah, the blade gets coated with a black substance.
And I'm going to bonus action cast Sanctuary on myself.
Oh, okay. What does that look like?
It's mostly me just clutching a symbol in Samurai and just.
Oh, there it is.
Samurai light is my sword and my shield.
Yeah, and then you kind of glow and sparkle a little bit.
And I'm just gonna have both daggers ready.
Yeah, it's almost like the clouds above you part, and there's almost like this little spotlight kind of that shines on you.
Yeah. Come at me, bro!
All right, that
Come
ends your.
at me.
Does that end your turn?
My turn.
Fike.
Yep.
Sharik is going to hop out, and he's going to charge up to this bugbear up here, and with his spear in one hand and his little shield in the other, he is going to stab or try to stab at the bugbear a couple times. That hits on the first one, and the second one hits as well. So that is 7 and 3. So 10 points of piercing damage to the bugbear as he stabs once into the abdomen, pulls out and stabs again, and stabs right into the thigh of the bugbear. You can see this thick, dark crimson start to coat the fur of the bugbear, and it gets all matted in the fur as he howls out in pain. That brings us to Kurtanis.
Alright, so yep, just took a strike there, but just gonna try to shake it off, look around the battlefield, see where everyone's at. Notice Seo is a bit in trouble. Hold on, Seo! And then she's gonna quickly try to dart around this thing, just kind of like slide past it, spin on heel to get around behind it, come here between all 3 of these.
Okay.
Takes a moment, and she's gonna first kind of take a wide swipe at the Korak? Donvers?
Carrick is the one directly in front of you.
So Don, the big one. The
So
one with the
Donver,
club.
then.
Yeah, Donver.
Yeah.
So start with him, since he's gave Seo a nasty
as you
smack.
come around, he turns to face you and says, "Ah, new friends, Seo?"
And just immediately tries to slice him across the probably across the arm that's holding his weapon.
All right, make your attacks.
She's a person, so what do you think?
Fuck.
11 misses
Try again.
as he deflects your blow with his mace.
That's better.
23, however, does connect.
Yep, and marking him, and then immediately turning to the one next to him and trying to give him a nick too.
Mm-hmm. 16 does hit.
Woo! So they're both marked.
However,
Mm-hmm.
he is going to use his reaction to parry, adding 2 to his AC.
Oh.
And then he uses another action again. And you go for a blow, and you're expecting to get that feel of blade cutting through flesh, but at the last second, you hear "king" as he kind of looks you in the eye and says, "Is that all you've got?"
And then, hearing that fucking action surge.
Oh God.
He does, however, before anything else happened, take 8 points of slashing damage from the second hit.
Oh, so he did get hit.
On the second one, but he blocked the third one.
Oh, wait. Wait, no, the first one missed. The second one
The
was
first one
after
missed.
Donvers. The third one was on the rogue.
Oh, the third one was on Carrick?
Yeah. She was going the one next to him.
Oh! Never mind. Then he didn't do that, and it does hit.
Okay.
Because he doesn't have that ability.
Okay.
So he takes. You just hear a little from him. You haven't heard him speak yet.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
By the way, these people seem dangerous, and Sayo looks bad. So she's gonna action surge anyway and try to first hit this bugbear and mark it.
Okay. 17 hits.
Okay, and then let's go back around on.
For 9.
That rogue
points.
seemed dangerous as fuck. So.
They're both dangerous, but.
Yeah. No.
12 does not hit, unfortunately.
No.
This one, then, after you hit him the first time, he kind of gets wise to you and is able to dodge out of the way of the second one. Your final attack?
That was both the, because I already used my bonus action. I don't get an extra bonus action with action surge.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yep. So it's mostly just like whirlwind of blades, like coming at either way here, trying to at least slash them up and menace the three of them away from Sayo.
They seem to be taking it in stride so far.
There.
That ends your turn, Cortanus.
Yep.
Noxus. You just watch your fireball go off and incinerate several bodies.
I have a question.
Yeah.
So there's this thing called the Dark One Blessing. And,
There's this thing called what?
There's this feature I have. It's called Dark One's Blessing.
Okay.
And when I reduce hostile creature 0 hit points, I gain temporary hit points equal to my charisma modifier plus my. I just killed 7 of them. It doesn't stack, right?
No, it does not stack.
Okay. I died.
That would be
I was sitting there
broken.
I was sitting there looking at it. I was like,
that would be stupid broken. So you get it the one time.
Okay, so that is.
So at the
An extra.
as you expel this power and incinerate several of your enemies, you feel this warmth instill you, as if and as if you hear the whispering of many voices in your ear. That is more like it.
Okay, that was a little weird, but I like it. A little scary. I will then hop off the car. Yeah, well, yeah. I will hop off the cart and go there. So that's about what? 10 feet?
10 feet.
And I will then to help. This one's Runga, or is this one Runga?
The one up top is Ranga.
And this is Sharik. So I will help Sharik. Two Eldritch blasts this guy so that they can go and get the others so they don't run away. So
Okay.
I'm going to fire 2 at them or at him.
That just barely hits with the 16.
Come on, one more. Yeah.
17 also hits. That is 19 points of damage. He is you and leave. You as he turns to face you after getting hit, you see that you can see through the 2 holes that you just left in his torso. But he is still somehow barely standing. By some miracle, he is still conscious and on his feet. He has 1 hit point.
Un momento, por favor. Right there. Nope, not far enough. Damn it. And I'm going to then. Where do I want to go? You know what? I'm going to go right there.
Okay.
And I'm going to look right at that guy, and I'm going to and kind of like egg him on.
All right.
And that will be my turn.
All right. That ends your turn. That brings us to the hobgoblins. You wanted it. You got it. Fireball fucker. And he comes charging up at you.
Rude.
So does this guy.
Oh, shit.
So does this guy.
What's up?
God damn it,
Oh.
handbag! What are you doing? Stay in
What
the back.
hell?
There's a plan to my
This is
madness.
why you don't
This guy
taunt. You're no
charges over here.
No, there's a plan to my madness. Don't worry.
And this guy
Glad they did
charges
that.
right there.
To be
All
fair, you have a
right,
lot of temporary HP.
First off, Cortanus, those 2 orcs are going to recklessly attack you with their great axes.
That's fine.
The first one is that is a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Oh, that hits. You suffer 4 points of slashing damage.
Got him, coach.
The second one is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
And that is that's much better. That is a 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And then the other guy is making his 2 reckless attacks against you. It's cocked. Ooh, that is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
So that's 10 points of slashing damage.
Ooh.
And last attack, that is a 21 to hit. So that's 5 points of slashing damage. So these pair of orcs just come up, coming wide, undisciplined swings, leaving themselves wide open in return, Cortanus, but they are able to connect and jostle you around a bit. And you feel that stinging, warm sensation as you can feel the blood seeping under your armor as they are as their mindless attacks come at you.
This again.
That orc is going to recklessly attack you as well, Noxus. That's 23 to hit. And
Now you see, I got a pinky toe ring that blocks.
and a 17 to hit.
Yeah, they both hit.
So that's 14 points of slashing
Okay.
and 8 points of slashing.
14 and 8.
22.
So 4 plus 8. My actual health.
And I should have done this already, but I forgot. The Hobgoblin Captain yells out commands saying, "Quick, go for the caster first!" And all of his buddies get bonuses to their attack roll, bonus D4 to their attack rolls. But he's going to attack you first with his greatsword.
He just happens to have a great sword.
It's a pretty great sword. Unfortunately, he rolls pretty shit on his first attack.
Well, I'm appreciative of that.
That's a 14.
Bad hits.
14 hits?
Yeah, I have a +1 to my dex, and it's 12.
Oh.
I get 13.
All right, the second one definitely misses with a 9. You suffer 9 points of slashing damage. And lastly, that other hobgoblin is going to lash out at you with his longsword. That hits.
If he downs me, I will be surprised.
He hits with the first strike, but the second strike, when he comes back with a backhand, misses. You suffer 8 points of slashing damage.
Oh, thank you.
As you egg these guys on, they bring it, and you start to maybe question that logic.
Not at all. Nope, not at all. He's actually
This
smiling.
is fine. Everything is fine.
You're smiling.
Yes.
How's the looking, handbag? You all right?
The blood is coming. Yeah, I'm fine. I mean, but the blood is dripping out of his mouth and on his teeth, and he's smiling. Exactly what he wanted.
And then these two goblins down here are going to fire short bows at Noxus. Because you were calling them out. That's a hit. And a hit. For 9 points of piercing damage and...
9.
Well, I'm sorry, 8 points of piercing damage.
8?
And 6 points of piercing damage.
Still up.
And then the two little shit guys that are with Donver and Carrick are going to fire their heavy crossbows at who are they going to fire? They're going to fire their heavy crossbows at Curtanus. But that's a miss. And that's a way miss. So they go disappearing into the distance. Just like miss you by a country mile.
Okay, good.
That's a good.
Just
good
shit
one.
roll. That didn't roll above a 7 there. That ends their turn. Finally, Shango goes. Shango. What's Shango got?
Go, Shango, go.
Shango is going to peek his head out from. He's going to peek his head out from the cart and look for to do one of his usual things that he does. However, Curtanus, you're a bit far away, so he is going to and he's going to look at you, his brother under Cord, Erdan, and you feel the world around you slow down as you speed up as he casts haste on you. Erdan. So your AC is, you get +2 to your AC, you have an advantage on dexterity saves, your movement is doubled, and you have an extra action that you can use to make a weapon attack, or dash, disengage, or hide.
Okay.
And then he is going to tuck back into the carriage.
Okay, bye, Shanko. Thank
Yes,
you.
please, good.
Carrick. Carrick what's he gonna do? Because we're back to the top of the order. So Carrick is going to... He's going to... You can only mark one person at a time,
Nope.
right?
They're all three of those are marked.
All three?
Yep. As long as I hit with an attack. I've hit with them
Well,
all
there's
at
5.
once. I've only hit 3 of them.
Oh, you gotta hit them in order to do it. Okay. So... They are gonna turn their attention to you. Because... That's how your shit works. They... Carrick is going to stab at you with his short swords. The first one is a 24 to hit.
Yep.
The second one is much less. It is a 15 to hit.
Nope.
All right, so he does get his sneak attack because you are engaged with other people.
Comrades.
So,
You can just say that.
Yeah,
Down.
it's like 25 points of damage.
Yeah, nope, down.
So you hit the ground unconscious. As he slowly pulls his dagger out from between your ribs, hitting something vital. That ends his turn. Donver is going to turn towards you, Sayao, and he's going to try and swing at you again with his big club. But he only... That's a 15 on the first one.
Nope.
And a natural 1 on the second one. So you just ching ching, just parry both blows, and he says, "Oh, what's the matter? I hope you didn't like her."
I did my job. I did my job.
That ends. Then he is going to. They are both going to use their bonus actions to disengage and move 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Move to there. And they start whispering amongst themselves, kind of. It looks like they're game planning or something. Sayao, you're up.
Measuring. So what is it to feed a potion?
It's an action to feed someone else a potion.
We're about to dig in her bag and give her a potion. Is it still an action?
All right. So what kind? There's a greater and a regular. Roll a d20. Just roll a straight d20. Odds. You grab the odds. So you grab the regular healing potion. You pour it down her throat. Roll 2d4 plus 2, Sayao. So, Cortanus, you come to consciousness with 5 hit points. You still see orcs and bugbears around you. However, you see Carrick or Donver. Not that I think you don't know their name yet.
Nope.
But you do not see those two clowns, or those two assholes, as you would probably refer to them as, or motherfuckers, as you recently
motherfuckers. Learn that one.
Yes.
Curse.
But Sayao looks pretty rough himself. That's your action, Sayao.
Thank thee, Sao.
Bonus action. I'm gonna do whatchamacallit.
Second wind.
Yeah.
All right, roll a d10 plus your fighter level.
All right. I just gotta fix it because I forgot to update it.
I believe you still have your action surge as well. 15 points of healing. That was a good roll. So you get 15 points of healing.
Yeah.
That's your bonus action.
Oh.
Anything else?
Okay, so like with action surge, you get your full like 3 attacks again.
You would get two. You would get 2 attacks with your battle axe.
Yeah, because the bonus action, you don't get a second one.
Yeah, because you use your bonus action to second wind. But you're also not engaged with anybody at the moment either. And those orcs reckless attack, so you would have advantage on attacks against them.
Truth.
I guess I'll take the one next to her.
Okay. So you jump up after feeding her the potion, rearing back with your battle axe. You can make 2 attacks.
Advantage.
With advantage. 16 hits and 17 hits. Roll damage. 13 and 13. Yeah.
Fuck yes.
So you after downing the potion down her throat, you jump up, one big whooshing gash across his chest, opens up this big wound as you as you come back with the backhand, whoom, right straight through the neck. His head starts spinning in 360s before it falls to the ground, no longer moving, dead.
Hey, friend of yours.
Donver looks at you and goes, "Not really.
Damn.
It's more of a associate or a colleague."
Acquaintance. We were just thinking to say something.
That ends your turn, though, Sayao. Good turn. Erdan, you are hasted.
Hasted. Woo!
Yeah,
I have the power.
little bump of coke.
Oh gee. right off the tip of the hammer. Let's do this.
A little bit for the snuff box to wake you up in the morning.
I'm gonna swing at this guy right here.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
All right, so you're using your which action? Your hasted action or your?
Oh, I gotta pick one of them.
Yeah, you have to pick one because you can't cast spells with your hasted action.
I'm gonna hit him with my hasted action then.
All right, make your attack roll.
Oh, that didn't
9 unfortunately does not hit. So as you swing, he's able to. He doesn't really dodge out of the way so much as he sways and wobbles out of the way because he has 1 hit point. Because he's at the 1 hit point.
Yeah, right.
The
That's what I was
one.
trying to get rid of.
That's your hasted action.
All right, I'm just gonna walk past him. To right. Let's see. Actually, can I make it over there? Oh wait, I got double movement. What am I talking?
Yeah, you got 60 feet.
I'm gonna run right here.
All right, he's gonna make an attack of opportunity against you.
Okay.
He kind of just like limply flails at you. Oh, he rolls a 23 to hit.
Okay, cool. So when he hits me, because I'm gonna let him hit me, I'm also gonna use storm.
Wrath of the Storm.
Yeah,
All right,
thunderous.
so first you take 11 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then you Wrath of the Storm. He has to make. It doesn't matter if he saves or not. Is it Thunder or?
We'll do thunder this time.
So you just poof, and he just gets knocked back and falls onto like one of the broken tree stumps, and you watch as this as like one of the sharp shards of one of the snapped tree trunks comes protruding out of his chest.
Oh, sorry.
Struck.
Yeah.
Thunder.
So you still have your action and your bonus action.
I am going to. Didn't think this through. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds
On this big guy right there.
on the captain.
Yeah.
What level?
Oh, that's a good point. I have a lot of levels right now. I'm gonna do a 3rd level. Let's have fun.
3rd level. All right, make your melee spell attack. 20. 20 does hit.
Yes!
Does it kill him?
Oh,
Does it kill him?
Roll
fuck him
damage.
up.
16.
Oh my god.
Well, no, 16
Oh,
plus
16
8
plus 8.
is
22.
24.
Or no, 24.
How you wanna do
24
it?
points of damage.
Really low rolls.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that you kind of got screwed there.
For D10s, like what?
Well, that's the thing with the big dice, like the D12s and the D10s. It's hit or miss. It's big risk reward.
Hit or
A
miss.
bunch of 10s and 8s and 9s, and it's awesome. Or you can get a bunch of 1s and 2s and 3s, and it sucks.
Well, it's not too bad. 1, 2.
He's looking pretty rough, but he is still up. As you watch, like, it looks like he's just instantaneously struck with like several bladed weapons, though you can't see anything, and you watch as the blood sprays out from underneath his armor. That is your action. You have a bonus action left, and if you want to do anything with it.
No. That's gonna be it.
All right, good turn. That brings us to the bug bear, because there's only one of them left.
Singular.
The bugbear is going to turn to you, Sayao, because he's pissed that you woke up the human that they just smashed. He's like, "Hey, we already killed her. Now we have to kill her again."
Wow.
And he's gonna swing his Morning Star at you. That is a 23 to hit.
Nope.
But the second one, it misses. And you suffer... Wow, really? You suffer a whopping 5 points of piercing damage. As he cracks you into the breastplate with his Morning Star. That brings us to Ranga. Ranga is going to... she's going to fire a pair of arrows. One for each of these little goblins over here. That is a hit. And a hit. Nice. Ooh, nice. So she fires. She's like, ugh. You see, she gets frustrated from missing both her shots last time, and she knocks 2 arrows at once and fires them across the battlefield, and they come zooming like just past your head, Fike. And the other one comes just past your ear, Noxus, but they connect with both of the goblins, drilling them right in the face, and they both fall to the ground dead. And then she is going to move up to here, trying to get cover from that tree stump. That ends her turn. Fike, you're up.
All right, I'm going to walk up and I'm going to go Charles Angel style back to back with Noxus,
Okay.
and I'm going to heal the Dragonborn handbag because he's I think he's almost dead. I'm going to try to give him 15 hit points from
You
lay on
give-
hands.
Yeah, so you just kind of like reach back behind you, grab him. You feel his like shoulder, and you pump 15 points of lay on hands into him. This light just kind of like runs from your holy symbol down your arm and into Noxus's body, and you feel a warm sensation as several of your wounds start to heal themselves.
Yep.
Noxus.
And then I'm going to put the symbol of Sarenrae over my neck, and I'm going to draw a very specific dart that I got last session or 2 sessions ago,
Okay.
filled with poison.
Yes.
That's it. It's the end of
All
my turn.
right, that is the end of your turn. Sharik is going to run up to here,
Oh no.
and he's going to try and stab that hobgoblin a couple times. That is a hit and a natural 20.
Well, that's good.
Hey.
Yes.
So that's 7, and ooh, that's a good roll. 14 plus, so 17, so 7 points of damage, and then so he stabs him once in like the kidney, pulls back, and as the hobgoblin turns and goes, "Rah!" The spear goes straight through the mouth, like with the wolf in the movie 300, and he just and as he yanks it back, there's a spray of blood as that hobgoblin falls to the ground dead.
Got him, coach.
Got him, coach. Yeah.
And then he says, and he just kind of snarls. And he, because he is a gnoll, can, as a bonus action, he's going to move a little bit more with his rampage ability, and he's going to try and bite that that hobgoblin captain.
Give him rabies.
That's a 20 to hit. That hits. He suffers another 10 points of damage. And he's full on Mortal Kombat. Finish him. As he's like standing there all wobbly.
Might as well not do it.
That ends Sharik's turn. Cortanas, you are prone on the ground, but you are conscious.
Blade's nearby. She's gonna quickly reach into her pouch and pull that greater healing potion.
Chug that down.
Yep. Bonus action that.
4d4 plus
Yes.
14. That's pretty good.
Not bad.
So you get 14 points of healing.
Yep. And then what she's going to do is kind of take a look around from the ground here, see still there's this guy is still reckless, right?
Yes, indeed. Are you going to stand up or?
What she's going to do is she's going to grab one of the swords, or grab one of her swords again. Since she has the healing potion in the other hand, she's gonna take the empty bottle and just kind of like, she's going to like in a fluid motion, she's going to chuck it back at the other guy, grab the other sword, stand up really quickly and try to flourish and try to like break it against him as she slashes at him. Or like slash through it and break the shards into him.
I'll tell you what. If you give up your advantage on the attack and just make a straight roll and you hit, I'll let you do extra damage.
I'll try it. That sounds fun. I thought it was a cool thing.
Improvised.
Oh my god.
Fucking
I think that's a straight up.
So 17 points of damage, plus you can roll an additional d6, which will also be doubled. So another 8. So as you throw the glass bottle up, the orc kind of gets distracted and follows it up like this. And as he follows, looking at it up, it exposes his throat. And so you come wheeling around, spinning up. And the 17 points of damage you did was enough to kill him. So what you do as you continue to spin is you knock with the flat of your blade the glass vial back over at the bugbear,
Fuck yes.
who takes the 8 points of damage, because that was really cool.
Yes.
And I wanted to reward said coolness.
I appreciate that.
As that glass vial shatters across his face, and I'm going to have him make a Constitution saving throw, which he succeeds, so he's not blinded with the glass in his eyes.
That's fair. He's still
But,
getting the spin around of
there's
the
a
momentum
bunch
of the
of-
second
yeah.
attack and the bonus attack. Oh wait, no, only the second attack.
Well, yeah,
Already
only
used
the second attack.
Yeah.
Second attack, 18 also hits. Oh, by the way, that orc is dead.
He's
18 hits for 10 points of damage. And this bugbear is looking pretty Mortal Kombat. Finish him as well. But he is still up. That ends your turn,
What was
Cortanus.
that about killing someone?
That's a good one, Sayal. That's a good one, Sayal.
That brings us to Noxus. You just get a surge of healing from Father Fike.
That felt good. Thank you.
The nice priest touched you.
The nice priest touched my butt and it felt good.
Nox, I like the gif. Was that during Cortanus' turn? Was that what that was?
Yeah, that was the natural 20.
Oh,
So
That makes my heart feel good. I don't
Yes.
know why, but it does.
So
It's Will Smith.
I'll say what I was
It's
gonna do because you probably will be impressed by it.
What were you gonna do?
I was gonna thunderstep with Father Fike or Dan, but now everybody's over here, and I don't want to hit and hurt people because that would suck. So, and it would be a waste because everybody was alive, but now they're dead. So it would have been a waste.
Well, there's still the Hobgoblin Captain's still up, and that orc is still fine. But anyway, do what you're gonna do. Do what you want.
So what I want to do now, I want to ask: is there a way that I can poison breath these two guys without hurting anyone?
I'd say
if I can, I want to do.
I'd say you're because it's 15-foot cone. I'd say you're either gonna get Erdan or Sharik there.
I mean, I feel more Sharik. I don't know.
Nah. I'll say there's a way you could angle it that you wouldn't get either of them.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna look at him. I'm gonna look at him in the face.
Bonus action to.
Yeah, so I'm gonna look at him in the face, and I'm actually going to. I'm gonna try and get really close up to his face, and I'm gonna say, "Fire's not the only thing I have." And then I'm just gonna breathe out, and let it out.
And you watch as this noxious blackish green fume comes issuing forth from Noxus's maw. And they have to make Constitution saves.
That is correct.
That is a fail. And what is the DC?
It says a 12. Let me double check.
It's 8 plus your proficiency plus your Constitution modifier.
I think that went up because my proficiency went up. So 8 plus 3 plus
your con modifier.
Plus 3 plus 2. It's 13. I gotta fix it.
8 plus 3 plus 2 is 13, yeah. So the second guy succeeds. But roll damage, which I believe is 3d6 at this level.
Yeah, it's 8.
So roll 3d6 poison. Oh, so 8 points of damage. So the orc is starts coughing And you see as like his eyes start to tear up, and his veins start to turn black in his face. However, he is still alive. But the hobgoblin captain starts to cough up splats of blood onto the ground before he drops to one knee, and you watch as he coughs up his actual lungs onto the floor,
Oh,
and
Ooh.
then falls over dead.
he's had a rough time at it, man.
And I will then wait. That's a bonus action.
And you
No,
hear
is that a bonus
voices in the
action?
back of your head, Noxus, saying, "Yes, yes."
Was that a bonus action? Breath weapon's a bonus action, correct?
It's a bonus action. It's a roll. I make it.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay,
yes. I
cool.
was like, I'll have what she's having.
And then I will look at the and I will reach out and I will put my hand on his chest and I will cast Chill Touch with the most menacing look on my face.
Against the orc.
Yes.
All right. Is that it's an attack roll, right?
Yes,
that
it
a
is an
save?
attack roll. It's an
It's
attack
a-
roll.
Yeah, it's actually It is. Okay, yeah.
Well, it's actually 120 feet the range, so I don't.
Yeah, it's actually Is it a ranged spell attack or is it a save?
It's not a save. Hang on, let me double check.
What?
Pull it up. Chill touch.
Ah, that's not the roll.
Yeah, it's an attack roll.
It's
Chill
an attack
touch.
roll. I thought it was going
Yeah.
to.
So if to do that, it would be you'd be at disadvantage because you're in melee and it's a ranged attack roll.
Well, you see, it says touch, so you would think it's touch spell.
Yeah, it's one of
know,
those
I
like
know.
vampiric touch.
Mother
You-
flipping
Like
gosh,
you
dang it.
you send a really ghostly hand out and it touches people.
It's ridiculous.
That's
Let's
what
see.
Use your sword for once.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of, but then I saw Chill Touch, and I was like, I have never used that. I want to try it. So I will actually two-handed. I will go to slash up and
You
try and
can't.
cut
You can
him.
only use it one-handed.
Oh, I
Yeah,
can.
you can only use it one-handed because it's your packed weapon or whatever.
But Lord does it.
Yeah, but he's a hexblade warlock. There's a difference.
All right, I will get rid of it then.
17 hits. You also had advantage, by the way, because he was reckless attacking.
I'll roll again.
Spear.
Why did I spear?
Yeah, the first one you attacked with a spear. I don't know why.
No, I clicked the wrong.
No worries. 25 definitely hits for 12 points of slashing damage. So you watch as your molten blade with a trail of smoke and ash and cinders coming off of it, whooshing, just carves up the chest and up through the chin and through the nose and up the face of that orc as the wounds begin to cauterize on impact. From the blade as he falls down dead, and you watch as you feel a little bit of sizzle as the blood on the blade cooks, and you watch as the molten fissures that kind of run up the blade flare a little bit. That ends your turn, Noxus, I believe.
No. I still can move.
Yes, you can.
And I want to. Hang on. Un momento, por favor. I want to just check one thing. I want to move. I think that's 30. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, that's 30. Right there. I will move 30 feet here. And I will look at the two. And if I would I have a free action to say something or no?
Sure.
Okay, I will look at them and say, either you give up now, or we kill you now. It's up to you.
All right. That ends your turn. That brings us to. Well, it would bring us to the hobgoblins, but they're all dead now.
Oops.
What the hell, guys? And then it would bring us to the orcs, but they're all dead now.
I don't know what happened.
You're welcome.
And then it should be the goblins' turn, but they're all dead now.
Okay, bye.
You're welcome.
So it's Shango's turn. Shango
Yay.
is going to poke his head out of the back of the cart and say, things seem to be going well. And then he will just lob a second level magic missile.
Yeah, I'll just kind of lob it.
Magic missile at Carrick. Oh wait, that's not what I'm. Stop. All right, there we go. 2, 3, 4. So 9,
4,
10,
3,
11,
2.
12,
14.
14 points of damage.
Beep, 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 beep.
As Carrick takes the hits as his whispers with Donver are interrupted, and he kind of looks over, and Shango kind of and ducks back into the carriage to maintain concentration on the haste. Bringing us back to the top of the round, Carrick is going to turn, look at you, Seao, and you see as his mouth is covered, so you can't see that, but you can see through his eyes that he's smiling. And he holds his left hand up, and you watch as these the old signature weapon of the Crimson Blades comes out, as this little crossbow arms pop out on his wrist, and he fires a crossbow bolt at you. That is a 21 to hit.
Yeah.
21 to hit. He still has a sneak attack on you. It's cocked. 22 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
You still conscious?
Still up?
Oh.
Yeah? And he, you can see after he sees you take the shot, and you kind of stagger but stay up. You can see a look of disappointment in his eyes as he turns to Donver and just kind of nods at him. And then on Donver's turn, he looks at you, Seao, and says, "Best advice. Just go on about your day. Leave Turst to us." And he grabs Carrick on the shoulder, pulls out a small device, crushes it in his hand. There's a flash of bright red light, and both when you shield your eyes to look away, and as you turn back and look, they are both gone.
Fuck.
Instant detect magic.
Instant detect magic.
Yeah. If we're not in initiative order, I want to.
No, you are still in initiative. There's one bugbear that's barely alive.
Yeah.
Over there. But anyway, that ends their turn. Sayao. It's probably about to be out of initiative, though.
Is it
Sayao?
still?
Oh, there.
I pushed the wrong button. I was going to do the axe, but either way, is it advantage or no?
It's not an advantage, no. So you bonus action with the war pick, and then your 2 attacks with the battle axe. As a miss, and a miss. All 3 miss.
Oh.
Unfortunately, as this bugbear who is barely alive is now in the desperate fight or flight mode, and his adrenaline is pumping, and he's been able to block all your blows. That ends your turn, Sayao?
Yep.
Or Dan?
I don't normally do this, but I'm gonna shoot a
Shoot a what?
firebolt.
Firebolt. You shoot a firebolt. 18 hits. Roll damage. How do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Say exactly that. I don't normally do this, but I'm just gonna fling my hammer, and a little bolt of fire is gonna go right out and hit him wherever you want, DM.
You drill him right in the side of the head, and there's just this smoking hole that goes through both temples as he kind of wobbles there for a second, and then falls flat on the ground. Next,
Just arches the brow and then slowly turns her head over.
As you guys are now out of combat. You kind of look around. Everyone appears to be conscious and okay.
Detect magic.
You cast Detect Magic.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if they invisible or they teleported away.
That would Detect Magic would not help you with that. You'd have to have it up when they did it.
That's all right, Sao.
Yeah, I'm hanging in there.
Who in the 9 hells were those?
2 little bastards that like to stop.
That I didst notice, but they seemeth to know thee much better.
Yeah, they were part of my old. They were part of my old military group. They were kind of nosers to the captain.
Seemeth to speak too much.
They're pretty big fans of the captain that pretty much cost me my brother's life.
Their brother.
Yes, my twin brother.
Just gets a bit stoic at that. Forgive me. I did not mean to bring up memories.
Oh, that's his name, by the way.
Jao.
The J is silent.
Ao.
The J and the
worse
R
than
are
Steve,
silent.
and all Steve can say is Ao.
I mean,
Let us mourn Ao. Ao.
I'm gonna say Eo.
Yo.
You're about to say Ayo.
Ao.
All right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So as you kind of look around, all of your foes, save for the 2 humans, are slain before you.
Give a nod to Sao. Thank thee for the assistance. Let's check on the others.
Cool.
And she'll head that way and see how Shango's doing and everybody. Keep an eye on everyone.
Shango is quite comfortable in the carriage. He says, that was Are you okay, Cartanis?
Much better than I expected, honestly, my lord, but alright.
Perhaps you should rest in the carriage for a while.
That is what thou wouldst wish of me, my lord, but... He takes a moment to think about it and just nods eventually and steps inside.
You don't have to. I mean, he's just, you look a little worse to wear, but he comes out of the carriage to start just kind of like walking around, wandering around the battlefield.
I shall be out shortly, and then it's just gonna second wind in there. Just
Okay.
take a second.
I'm gonna start pulling off any pieces of armor that could be used for any humanoid that would be standard size, medium size, and going through coin purses.
Yeah, I'm gonna look around and check out their weapons and then try to take a look at it.
Other than the hobgoblins, most of the weapons are pretty shit. The great axes for the orcs are like hardly, it's like pretty shit iron. And the bugbears, morning stars are made of a hard burn hardened wood. And however, the hobgoblin's gear is pretty nice actually. The hobgoblin captain is wearing a set of half plate, and has a great sword and 2 javelins that he didn't get a chance to use.
Do they ever get to use their javelins?
Can I look for any type of notes or directions that they might have had?
Yeah.
On the person?
The regular hobgoblin, or hobgoblin, had chainmail armor and a wooden and iron shield, and a fairly decently made longsword. He also had a longbow, like a recurved longbow, with 20 arrows. Amongst all of them, you find a mix of coin, but it all adds up to approximately 463 gold pieces. They don't have any real correspondence on them. There's the hobgoblin captain, however, does carry a map of the local area that you can see as you examine it a bit. It has marks on it. It has Terst circled, and there is another spot that's kind of just out in the here. There's another spot on the map. That's like out here. That looks like a little hobgoblin character with an arrow pointing towards Terst. It's a battle map showing troop movements. But there looks like there are several what you would those of you with a soldier's background like Sao and Cortanis, people who've been in organized militaries, It looks like there are several divisions marching on Turst. And based on this map, you imagine that they are about 3 weeks out from Turst. You guys are about a few days out from Turst. So these guys were definitely sent ahead to run into you from the main force. But the closest city that would be able to send reinforcements would either be Western or Whitestone, and either one of those would take, because you'd have to get the message there. It would take weeks to send a runner, and weeks to get the forces to march down. So,
Only we had sending.
but anyhow,
Any Huang.
anyway, that is what you find amongst. That is what you find amongst the dead.
The ridiculous amounts of dead bodies.
Yes, as Ranga and Sharik, kind of, they get together, make sure each other's okay, and start picking through some of the pockets of some of the dead as well. But they come back and say, "Well done, as usual."
You always sound so
Both of
angry
these
when
well.
you talk to us.
Better than the last. You're getting better as well.
Indeed. However, as we said before, we were sent to find you.
Well, you found us.
Sent by who?
Sent by
Wait.
the...
They told us about this last time, right? In the
Yes.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they
Oh,
told
okay.
you that they were sent by the mayor of Turst.
Oh, okay.
They have a
Okay.
mission for us. To gather
They
the,
have a mission for you.
to gather the
they-
Knoll tribes.
Yeah. They were hoping that you could... The only idea that they could come up with for reinforcements against this onslaught to help the... there are some shields of the from Western that are posted there, but they're only about 150 strong, and they'd be outnumbered like 3 or 4 to 1. So the local Knoll tribes, which trade with Turst through the Dustpaw tribe, they were hoping that if they could send representatives to negotiate with them to come and help, that would be great. However, they can't spare any runners because they are preparing for a siege, essentially, putting up palisades and defenses, and digging moats around the city and things of that nature. And getting food stores together for not knowing how long it will take, organizing field hospitals and first aid areas, calling up the militia from calling people in from all the farmland. It takes a couple days to get everybody grab their sword from over the fireplace and ride on your horse that you usually attach to your plow into town to so they know that there are 6 of you and 3 tribes, and Ranga and Sharik can escort you. They can each escort you to one of the 3, but 2 of you would have to go to one of the tribes on your own. But this is all, of course, after they can hopefully get you back to Turst, because you'd have to get to there first anyway.
I got it. Noxix and Father Fight go to the Priest Eaters.
Oh dear.
We're not doing this again. I refuse to do this. We did this in chat. I'm not doing it. We did not send Ferdinand. We did not send Shango. We did not send me. We send the handbag, Ratanis.
I love the handbag, dude.
I refuse to get eaten by fucking gnolls.
Well,
We need to send a sacrifice. You'll be
Imagine-
fine. We'll bring you back.
I have to
this is Father Fight
explain
talking.
this when someone goes, yes, this is Father Fight talking. That I have to explain this, that my death story ends with, hey, we need some help. Chump, 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 eaten by fucking gnolls. And when people said, I'm not going to be shit growing up, they were right.
Well, perhaps we could discuss the different tribes as we rode in your carriage to Turst, and that might help you decide who would be best to visit each chieftain.
This is a very good
Father
idea.
Fight.
Yes, we should
I mean,
continue
It,
on.
so-
that.
it sounds like that's the way you need to go.
I
You're the
think-
only
I think
priest
we
in this
can
priest in
fucking-
the
I
name.
think we can because
I have wyvern
Perhaps-
poison. I'm just staring at Erdan. I have wyvern poison. I'm just staring at Erdan.
Just like hold out a blade, like the flat end, try to get between them. Like perhaps for
It's a very thin
another
needle.
time.
It's very thin. It's very thin needle.
I'm just gonna be giggling.
I
Sometimes I fear
appreciate
for thee.
I appreciate your gallows humor, but time is of the essence.
Agreed.
All
Hence
right.
this
and
continue
I'll just,
elsewhere, gentlemen.
I'll head
I'm
back
gonna-
to the
I'm gonna
carriage.
Continue stripping off the usable armor and loading it onto the top of the carriage.
Okay. As you guys load into the carriage, Sharik and Ranga are kind of like putting their stuff away and, settling in and say, so I guess this means you'll agree to help us.
Of course.
yeah, of course, yeah.
That is good. That is good. Honestly, as of right now, we have the support of the local militia, the shields, a trained group of soldiers that will assist us. And then Ranga pipes up and says, and the Dustpaw tribe has already pledged their aid, obviously, as we live in Turst with the rest of the people there. However, there is the other 3 tribes that we would hope to draw to our side.
Well, let's get there first, and then let's figure out how we're going to convince them.
Yes. Any information thou couldst give about these different tribes would be most appreciated.
I agree.
Well, there's the and Ranga speaks up again. There's the White Snout tribe, the Priest Eater tribe, and the River Walker tribe.
Yeah, I don't think Father Fleck should Cedar.
As I'm loading plate mail onto the carriage. No, I do not!
I think I'll go and volunteer for the Priest Eaters, just because, no real reason.
Each tribe is a member of those that resist. We are the 4 tribes that those that resist. The other 3 tribes, though, are still a bit. They sometimes struggle more with their resistance than the Dustpaw. Thus, they do not live in and around Turst. They live further away. The White Snout tribes live to the north in the Dawn Mist Pines. The Priest Eater tribes live to the west of the farmland in the hills, and the River Walker tribe are to the east that live around the Morin River Run. At this point, I imagine you guys have a cart all loaded up. And you guys have started making your way down the down the road, with, I imagine, same 2 guys up front on the Sayao is driving, and Noxus, are you? Who's riding shotgun? Because otherwise you're not gonna. Because there's got to have at least one person in shotgun. Because you
I
don't have.
will-
Otherwise, you won't have room in the back.
I will because I do not want to interact with Ardan right now because he's going to try to convince me to go to see the priest eaters.
Okay. So Nox, Shango. Actually, you know what? We'll say Shango's up riding shotgun with Sayao. No,
I'm tying myself to the roof. I have 50 feet of rope. I'm tying myself to the roof. I don't
no.
care.
Come on.
All right. Fine.
So they say, each tribe is different in their own way.
All right. Well, what are the priest eaters like? Because that one's got my attention pretty hard.
Their chief is Chief Adnruk. Adnruk.
Adnruk.
Adnruk.
Adnruk.
Adnurk. He's blustery, but has a deep sense of responsibility, as most of his people do. They make their homes among the hills to the southwest of Turst, where they dig out their dwellings. They're much larger than the average gnoll. They tend to grow their claws out to aid in their digging.
Can you spell his name one more time?
Adnurk.
Adnurk. Thank you.
As then the tribe name would suggest, they distrust anything to do with the gods, as they see them as the origin of our hunger and curse.
So they don't actually eat priests.
But they're not gonna like you, Erdan, because you worship Kord, who is a god.
I don't have to mention that.
I mean, good point.
Ardan, you
Sorry, say that again.
Yeah, let's say that again.
you have a large mouth.
I can get you a little
Katana
bit.
tries to say something about that, but then pauses because she has
Let's-
nothing to say about it.
Just lets it go.
It's
It's
accurate.
not inaccurate, yeah. I was just saying she has nothing to say.
You're not wrong, but I can control it.
And Erdan, I don't know if you've looked in a mirror. You look the part of a priest. I'm not gonna lie.
As I look down and have a cord symbol like on every piece of armor and my shield and hammer,
Yeah.
I don't know what you mean.
Right. Totally. Anyways, Cortanis, I think you and I should go. Does that sound like a good plan?
She's going to want to say it was Shango.
Yeah, but Shango can't go there.
Exactly, so go with Sayao.
It's not a bad plan. Well, Sayao doesn't get a say. He's going.
Well, there you go. Yeah,
Sayao, you're driving the cart right now, actually.
So we're actually dead in a tree. This is
You're not, you're
Fell
not
asleep with
dead
the
in
wheel,
a
no!
You're not dead in a tree.
Sarah,
Usually the
Sayao-
horses don't run into a tree.
Yeah,
Falls
Sayao
asleep.
is driving, though you guys you can consider this a short rest.
Yeah.
But Sayao, you are
It's
not
all hit
resting.
dice.
Sayao is
I'm gonna
not
use-
is considered resting because
One,
he's
two.
just driving a carriage.
All
I'm
right.
gonna use 3.
But anyway,
Never understood how that worked.
our chief of the Dustpaw tribe, Chief Isnel, will escort the third group.
Wow.
Sorry, the chief's name was...
Of the Dustpaw tribe,
Yes.
Isnel.
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 They explain to you that she's a good person. Her personality, she's honest and always looks for the truth in things, and is obviously distrustful of those who are not honest, and has a natural curiosity about her as well.
And-
they
and-
are already in Turst, though they maintain their ancestral home on the borders of the Parchwood.
And you said there was 3 tribes, so there's one more tribe?
Well, there's 4 total. The other 3 tribes, the Dustpaw have already agreed to help. It's the
What?
other 3 we need to convince.
What should we know of these white snouts and riverwalkers?
Ah, the White Snouts, their chief, Enral. She is suspicious by nature, but has a live and let live personality. The most reclusive of us. The resisting tribes. They make their home in the southeastern edge of the dawn mist pines. Their gray and white fur helps them blend in to the mists of the forest, making them exceptional hunters, trappers, and ambushers. You can roll as many hit dice as you have to you.
How do you spell the I'm going to ask you all the time how to spell.
Okay.
Chief Enron.
Enral. E-N-R-A-L. Yes.
R-A-R. Thank you.
E-N-R-A-L.
Oh, L. Thank you.
Like enthrall, but enroll.
Yes.
Enroll. They don't have last names? That's interesting.
Nope.
It's pretty cool.
Their populations don't usually get that big that it's necessary. They usually just kind of go with son of, daughter of.
Good
You
point.
know.
And then the Riverwalkers.
If it's needed, they go to the son of or daughter of. Lastly, there's the Riverwalker tribe with their chief Umdirk.
Yeah, I'm not going to guess on that one.
U-M-D-U-R-K.
U-R-K. Thank you.
Almost had it.
She values logic. Greater good. The many versus the few. They make their home in the lands to the west of Turst, among the smaller rivers that break off the Morin River Run, where they trap and hunt. The residuum-infused waters there give them interesting abilities.
So what you're saying is they can actually walk on rivers.
No.
I read that wrong.
Someday. I wouldst believe, of the 3, my lord mayest wish to speak with the Riverwalkers.
Indeed, they sound most intriguing. I've been practicing my Shango.
Yay! I'm so happy.
I think I will assist Shango.
Oh, you're gonna try and...
Cortana like looks at him like,
Pumping Cortanus.
I should
Cortana
be
is
going
like,
with my lord to protect him. He's a little bit
Well,
forceful
Mike,
about that, a little
It
bit more
looks
than
like
normal.
it's just you and me, buddy.
You know what?
No, wait. I thought Father Fark was coming with me to the Priest Eaters.
You know what? Tell me whatever you want. I don't even care. I roll out. Can I jump out of the carriage?
Just dives, rolls.
I'm just gonna pat him on the back and be like, "It's okay. We won't bring you the Priest Eaters."
You know what?
Thou art
I don't
quite
mind. I'm twice as fast
excitable,
as anyone of
father.
you. Huh?
Thou art
Would you
quite
not be excitable if you had the Cortanus Eaters to ask for help?
You're okay. We're just messing.
They don't actually eat
Yes,
priests.
I certainly doubt they are certainly
They
attempting
do not
to...
actually eat priests. Not for many years now.
Wait. They actually eat the priest? Oh, that's too good.
I'm just gonna start Erdan's just gonna start bursting out laughing.
Before they became those that resist.
I heard they're like angel food.
Oh snap!
Just from the front of the carriage.
crap.
Just...
There it is.
Oh.
There's a start of something not good.
You will have to earn an audience with each chief and try and convince them to aid us in this battle.
And what do those earnings look like per se?
That is up to the individual chief.
How are we supposed to know if we can't talk to them?
All right.
Based
well,
on the personalities that we have been given the information of, I suppose we must work from that.
Hmm.
So let's map this out. Who's going where?
So to give you guys a little bit of help here, I'm going to mark up the map a little bit.
Awesome.
So you've got the Priest Eater tribe is over here in the hills southwest of Turst.
And
The White Snouts are just in the edges of the Dawn Mist over here, and the River Walker tribe is over here in the offshoots of the smaller tributary rivers of the Morin River Run.
And Dustpaw is already in Terse.
Dustpaw lives in Terse, but they also maintain their ancestral home
Right.
on the
they've
edges
already joined us, so
on the edges of the Parchwood. But
Okay,
they've already committed to helping.
so
Right.
Sao and
Well, let's go. So we know that the Riverwalkers, they value the many over the few, and that their priest, their chief, is a logical person. So
so
Mhm.
that does
Shango.
make sense for Shango to go there. Absolutely.
Yeah,
And Cortana's to
Cortana's
protect
gotta
him.
go with Shango.
So that one's already a given.
Me and Fight can't go to the Priest Eaters because
So
they
I
don't like
guess you guys,
gods.
yeah. So you guys would go to the White Snouts. What is their personalities again?
The Sharik explains to you that they are
Suspicious by nature, yeah.
suspicious
Live and
by
let
nature.
live.
yeah, so
Don't
send
like
send the
liars.
send the
Oh
liar. Exactly.
no!
That's why I tried to send the river walkers. Nope. Katanas has to go with Shang.
Yeah, we're
That's a
taking
good.
notes.
That's such a
We're
good
taking
point,
we're taking
though.
notes right now.
Just don't lie.
Yeah, right.
Oh, my own.
Oh no!
Oh,
Resist the urge.
Suspicious.
It's
All right. And what was the priest eaters again? Just so I know walking into, because
They
it's
just trust
obvious
everything to do
where
with
we're all going.
gods and larger than average knoll. They do a lot of digging. Their chief is Adnark.
Trust God. Just trust God.
The only male chief in the four tribes.
So male,
oh, it's definitely like that. Female is bigger than the male hyena kind of thing.
female. Yeah. Female.
Oh yeah, that's bad.
Our knolls.
They're hyenas.
Gnolls are hyenas. They're just big humanoid hyenas.
That's what I
Okay,
said.
so okay. So yeah, it would make sense for
Yeah, they told you that he's blustery, but is big on personal responsibility.
personal responsibility.
I was really hoping to go towards the precinct.
I mean, you could still come.
You give me 30 minutes. I can write a fake document. I can be fine.
All right. I mean, if you want to, I'm
Nope,
down.
absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Perhaps now we should be considering potential potential methods of persuasion for each chief that
I
those
agree.
going can use.
Well, for the Riverwalkers, at least, we can say that if the terse fields get taken over, the many are going to lose food, and it's going to be hard on the masses, including them. So I think that one might be a little easy for you guys.
Yes, given the location of the toast field so close to them, their territory would to be next with this invasion of sorts.
Yeah. And if you paint it towards their families and their offspring and them, it'll hit home. I think if what they say is true, that they value the many over the few. And logically speaking, for the logic part of it, I think logic is going to reign true. Priest eaters,
that may be more difficult.
Yeah.
There's personal responsibility.
I mean, I might have an in with the whole distrusting gods, just because I don't really like the gods. No offense, guys.
You don't have to like anything you don't want to like.
Slight
So-
offense taken, but
I still love you, buddy.
I would pat you on the butt, but you're sitting down.
Perhaps if they aren't truly fighting against the wishes of the gods that made them, or this hunger of sorts, it would be their personal responsibility to fight against the incoming followers of the Ruiner.
Fike and or Dan, make religion checks for me.
Ooh, that's a good roll.
Erdan,
What's up?
you in some of your religious training, in some of the books that you read about the calamity and the battles that Cord took part in to protect this world from those, he was one of the few of the prime deities that did battle with each of the betrayer gods at least once. You remember reading about one of the encounters he had with the Strife Emperor, where he took on the Strife Emperor. He and his followers took on the Strife Emperor and his army of hobgoblins and goblinoids. And to this day, you know that one of the biggest followings that the Strife Emperor has is the Hobgoblin Empire in the Rife and Mist Peninsula. Hobgoblins are almost to a person devout followers of the Strife Emperor.
All right. I convey that. It seems important.
So if these conquerors are coming in fighting for the Strife Emperor, it would be in the best interest of this tribe to fight against any potential inquisition of sorts or conversion.
Yeah. We make it like they're coming in and they're saying, oh, this is our land in the name of the Strife, whatever,
Emperor.
emperor, god thing, and make it sound out like it's a crusade, and they'll get angry and they'll fight out of anger. That sounds perfect. All right, so I think we got the priest eaters and the river walkers figured out. All right, now Father, I need you to look me in the eye. I need you to tell me the truth. Just tell me the truth about me. Just say something that's true.
I pull him real close. And I go, Max, I don't know what your plan is. And I push him back.
Okay.
Sits back, that looks between the two of them. Not
Well,
gonna say anything just yet, but
I'm confused. I don't get it.
Mm-hmm.
He's always confused.
My intelligence is -1. Very confusable.
I'm just trying to let you know, like, you can't lie. You can't lie to these people.
All right.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I won't. I won't lie.
Even if it puts us in a compromising position. And we don't
Yes.
get what we want.
Yes, I won't lie.
All right. Now, Hernan,
Yes.
what are you going to say?
We need help because the terrace fields are being invaded. And I feel like since there's kind of a tribe thing going on, I will tell them that we have one tribe that is willing to help. If any way possible, we could get them to help also. I'm more of a talk as you go and read right off what they say. So it really depends on how they react to the terrace fields being attacked.
But 'tis best to have options to respond.
I agree in that.
Yeah, so I can't really tell you how it's gonna go down. It could go awesome, or it could go like my final in religion class.
Wait.
Religion class.
He
Yeah.
I
failed.
know.
Yeah, I didn't do well in that class either.
Your mother was a cleric too?
Well, perhaps if this tribe is about living and allowing others to live, then everyone aiding each other in this battle against this invading army would... I suppose everyone
Hopefully-
lives in that case if there aren't more being able to fight for their lives.
Hopefully that's how he responds, or she responds, but
I mean,
you don't know until we get there.
Yeah, I mean, you can even talk about how, like, if this happens, then their tribe is going to die. So it's like,
I could also say, if this happens, you might be next.
yeah,
But I'm not going to really put that kind of pressure on them. It really depends on how the conversation goes.
Yeah,
I can't really map out how a conversation is going to go with a person that's not here.
Yeah.
Who's coming with me to the White Snouts?
I believe Erdan would be going with you. Is that? I mean, that's how if I remember.
That's how we chunked it out. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
How you guys split it up. It was Noxus and Sayao going to the Priest Eaters, Shango and Cortanis going to the Riverwalkers because Cortanis can't be away from Shango for more than 5 seconds.
Ooh.
And
fucking boyfriend over there.
I mean, how the hell is she going to protect him if he's like that far away if shit goes down?
Jeez, mom.
With a really good.
This could be.
I have one job. I have one job.
It could be a growing moment for you, Cortanis. And Noxus says that.
And Fike and Erdan were going to the White Snout tribe.
Didn't hear any of that.
I will tell you. I would tell you in detail of what you just heard. How many DM does? How many charges are in Shango's staff? You know that offhand? Does he have that on his DM sheet?
On his character sheet? I don't know if he has it on his character sheet.
I would not. I would not send him away without any type of healing. So if he had both 2 slots available for healing, I would put at least 1 slot in there for him.
I don't know.
He has a greater healing potion, remember.
It's
Here was a
Also, none of you want me in your group because I have a 7 charisma.
That's what makes it interesting.
Yeah, I don't see where he keeps it on his character sheet, but you will be able to find out next
When he
week
comes back,
because he should be back. So
Probably just pop that in when he comes
But
back. Yeah.
as you guys peek out the window in the midst of your conversation, you see the scenery just flying by as Sayao has put the pedal down, and the 6 horses are pulling you guys at full speed.
The horse's pedal.
Yeah.
Rock me, Lord.
Yes.
Rock me, Lord. Calm and easy. Sorry.
He's very good
Yeah.
at this.
We were. Ranga speaks up and says, "We understand you strategize. We are happy to answer any questions that we might be helpful."
Yeah. Do you guys do like a gift exchange when you meet outsiders? Do you bring like offerings, like to try to break bread together? Do you kind of?
Um,
Is there something that would impress them?
Yeah. Is it
Like great
guys-
strength?
the different tribes are impressed by different things.
All right. Well, we'll start with the Riverwalkers then. What would impress them or their chief?
They are, what is the word? Philosophers.
So they like to debate and talk about life.
Yes, they're always trying to logically prove their arguments.
So they okay. Well, what about the White Snouts then?
They are gifted, particularly in their home environment of the Dawnmist Pines. They are gifted at not being seen. They are excellent at setting up. They are expert hunters, trappers, and are able to ambush.
so if
Always watching.
we could kind of weave a way around the traps, we might show them that we are pretty light of. Oh God, I'm walking with Erdan. Oh, for the love of.
I can be light on my feet. Yeah, you problem.
Yeah, you guys. so let me
However, they are also value plain speech.
so being honest,
I can speak to people.
right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, who doesn't appreciate honesty? But they
I will look at Father Fike.
Yeah, just immediately, like, side glance to Fike, but
I'm going tree, bush, tree, right out the window. Nope. Not even touching that one with a 10-foot pole. No.
Well, Father Fight can be the sneaky one. I'll be the honest one.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a great plan. All right, then what about the priest eaters?
the priest eaters. Everything is about strength. Strength of mind, strength of body, strength of will.
Okay, that's straight up from the Karate Kid, I swear.
From what?
karate.
Cobra Kai.
No, it's not.
Show no mercy. There's no mercy.
Strike the leg.
Good that, yeah, it's good that, Sayo and going.
Yeah. Strong of every.
Independence, self-reliance.
It's good that I'm not going.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Interesting. Now, this is what I was going to suggest, and you guys can shoot me down if you want, but now Cortanus, this could be a very growing moment for you, but I think you would do well with Father Fike in going to the White Snouts and letting Erdan go with Shango.
She, her initial response is, but I should be going with my lord, and...
Shango says, well, we should at least hear him out. What is your position, Noxus?
Well,
Not that.
well, with the white snouts, they hide in plain sight, and if that impresses them that there are two people that can do that, that can be highly impressive to them. Yes, they honor that.
Very
ahead,
keen
Father.
at picking things out.
Right. And I know you two to be the stealthiest out of all of us. And Cortanus, you're just as honest as Erdan. You two are the most honest people here. So it would
But
make
is
sense
she a
for you to go-
mediator? Can she get them to join us?
That is a good point. And that's
I
why
can.
I can't
Can you without lying?
I can
Because that is the
Father,
problem.
but thou doth not wish me speaking forthright at the forefront.
Well, maybe they've got a point. Maybe this is a point for where you could speak
you could
and
grow.
share your mind and try to work on that charisma by, thinking of it like this. If you don't get them to help us, we'll probably die.
Yeah.
But
Yes. Believe me, I doth have
This is-
No pressure or
I have some
anything.
training. I have some
This is
training in
perfect.
speech, but 'tis from another time, I suppose. But
listen, this is perfect because if we don't get this other group to help us, Shingo will die. Plus, there you go. You couldn't defend
There's
him.
your
He dies.
it's
motivation.
cringing.
Shango turns to you, Cortanus, and he says, I'm not going to force you to do anything you're uncomfortable with, but I leave it to you to decide whether you think you would fare better with one tribe or the other. You do know I appreciate your service, Cortanus. I always do, but I can look after myself. You don't only have to think with that one track.
Forgive me, my lord. 'Tis simply, I suppose.
I do not mean
instinct
to
now.
scold. Yeah, I do not mean to scold. I just mean to say, do not let this one responsibility of yours cloud what may be better for the group overall. Is all I'm trying to say.
Oh, but when Flake
course.
says it. Oh, I'm fucking crazy.
Forgive my one-mindedness, my lord.
Sometimes you gotta hear it from a friend that you trust. And
right.
Sometimes hearing it from the dispassionate third party is not the person you need to hear it from.
Dispassionate? What? I am the most passionate person here. I'm the only person that
You don't
screams
know
on
me.
stream.
You don't know my life.
Yeah, you don't know me. You don't know me. You don't know me.
Forgive my
Anyway,
forgive my single-mindedness.
as always,
but
I would
thinking-
have. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
But I suppose if one were to think logically as thou wouldst wish, my lord, then it is logical for me to go where I am most capable in this particular position, I suppose. Very well. I shall go with the father.
Oh,
Proud of you, Cortanus. That's a big move.
And she'll look over, she'll look over at her Dan, though, but I pray thee, see that he returns safely. I'm trusting thee.
Of course. I have my shield for any old follower, of course.
Sharik says, so you have decided who will go to which tribe. Which knoll of the Dustpaw would you wish to escort each group? There is my sister and I, and as we said before, our chief, Incel, she will escort one of the groups. She has agreed to.
Which one was the one I healed in the first fight around?
That was
And brought up
Sharik.
Sharik. I think Sharik would be a great help to us.
Father, wouldst thou not think that perhaps a more suspicious or seeking not comfort, but an understanding voice wouldst much prefer another leader of a tribe to give us some sort of more acceptance with them?
Sharik says, if you would wish to wait until you meet our chief before you make your decision, we understand.
Of course, we doth not know what the chief is like, but do they have a good relationship with the other tribes?
She has a rapport with each, as the Dustpaw, the ones that travel to each tribe to trade with those in Turst. The other 3 tribes do not often make their way into the town. The most interaction they have is with some of the farms on the outside of the village. But she gets along best probably with Umdurk. She is not a fan of Adnurk.
And the River Walkers, most probably then.
That sounds like a good plan. So I would say that most likely she will go with her Dan and Shango if there are objections. And which one of you, out of the two of you, have a better relationship with the tribes of the Priest Eaters and the White Snouts?
Well, Ranga speaks up and says, I have been dealing with the White Snouts most recently. I have the habit of memorizing their trap patterns, so they change them every time I come to visit.
Well, that right there tells me that you're going with Fike and Kratanis.
Now I'm quite good at stealth and understanding traps.
And Sharik says, Enrol's, sorry, not Enrol, Adnurk's son and I, are old hunting friends.
That'll definitely work in our favor. Be glad to have you stand by my side as we go there.
Ranga says, do you have some idea of how you will approach each chief?
With open arms.
Yeah, because that's not suspicious.
Suspicious? Why would we be you talking about? There's no suspicion here at all. We were trying to get them to be for a better cause.
Are there any traditions we should know about when approaching tribes of the Knolls?
With the White Snouts, they, something about the mists of the pines there. And they don't appreciate those that just walk into their camps. Something about not being able to trust what you see in the mist. They expect you to present yourself until someone comes and asks you to come into the camp. Something about giving them time to decide whether you're real or not.
That is very helpful. Thank you.
Ranga says that.
What if
Don't sneak up. Got it.
what if the River Walkers?
They are impressed by those with a gifted mind and a persuasive tongue.
My lord shall be quite good in that aspect, I doth believe.
One can only hope, Kratanis.
Full face me.
They say they care little for tradition and for tradition's sake.
So I'm guessing the Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Nothing. No, go ahead.
So I'm guessing the Preceders are the more traditional of the three.
Not necessarily. Traditions can oft come from ritual and religion, and as you are aware with the Priest-Eaters, they are no fans of such things.
Good point. How would you go about approaching them as to not come off as disrespectful?
They respect strength. Walking right into town and projecting strength might be your best strategy.
Right.
So it goes in. Yeah, find the biggest guy in the yard and beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, find the biggest guy and knock him the fuck out. Got it.
Perhaps we should have brought one of the. She points backwards, like the direction we'd come from, with all the bodies.
But each tribe could bring their own unique and advantageous help to this cause. The more we can convince to help us, the better off we will be, but if we can convince any of them to help us at all, it will be a victory in my eyes, Sharik says.
Well, I think we have our course of action and our course of plans. I think once we get to Turst, hopefully that's soon.
Speaking of which, say you feel the horses and the carriage come to a stop as Sayao, you yank back on the reins as you guys are let into the town of Turst. As you guys all begin to climb out of the carriage, looking around, you can see you were just let in through some sort of a makeshift gate. There's a large wooden cart that has all these shields attached to one side that was rolled out of the way and then rolled back in the way as you guys came through the main road into town. There's a bunch of palisades and spiked, like those giant spiked anti-cavalry kind of walls that are like an X of pointed, sharpened tree trunks that are held together by one long trunk of wood, all surrounding the main village. There are small trenches being dug for archers to hunker down in, and sandbags being filled with the dirt from the trenches and piled up around the defenses. You can see that there are several knolls in the process of on the roofs of some of the taller buildings, using the sandbags to build little aerial archery nests on some of the taller buildings, but not many. There is a large group of halflings get it with tinker tools out, trying to convert a lot of farm equipment and like wagon parts and stuff into makeshift catapults. Though they're looking like they're having a rough go of it. And there is a human wearing plate armor, which those of you who have come through Western recognize as the iconography on there the iconography of Westron. This must be the leader of the Shields of the Plain, the 150 strong unit strong regiment that makes that stays here in Turst the majority of the time. They are usually 150 strong unless there are prisoners that need to be transported back to Westron, in which case their numbers are down. However, luckily, that is not the case at the moment. They are at full strength, and they have a full regiment of about 150 shields. There is a for a human, rather large and built woman with like bright crimson orange hair that's tied in a braid that comes around her right shoulder. She has an eye patch over her left eye, and strapped to her back is a tower shield, and on her hip is what looks like a standard issue longsword. However, also on her back is this very gnarly looking spear that is kind of standard issue for the Shields of the Plain. And she is standing in front of several other. She's like a solid head above several of these other even male shields, and she's barking out orders. Many of them are out of their armor because they're in like work mode, helping the villagers put together defensive facilities. There are stations of younger preteens and older people sitting around little workstations, fletching arrows, just as many as they can, as fast as they can, and crossbow bolts. There, and then off to the side, you can also see there is a slightly older looking gnoll, more gray through her fur. She leans on a cane that looks like it's the gnarled root of like a willow tree. It has a couple of trinkets that hang from the little curved, almost like shepherd hooked top of it. And she's pointing to a couple of. She has a large scar down one side of her face, and her right eye. The scar goes through her right eye, which is all milky and completely whited out. And you can see hanging from her hip is kind of this gnarly looking bone handled battle axe. And she is pointing. She's pointing to a couple of gnolls who walk away, and as they do, she takes a couple steps over to closer to who you recognize as the mayor of Turst, the Margrave Giselle, and Sheriff Conrad, and she starts having a conversation with them.
Do I remember the woman's name since I came through Western?
What woman?
The general of the shield. That if I went through Western, I would have.
Well,
seen
she's
her.
stationed in Turst, but you would have gone through Turst. You would have gone through Turst though as well.
Oh, okay. You could, all right, yeah.
To get here, but you do know. You and that's all you know about her, because all you did was you saw her at the tavern, and you were like, "Oh my God, look at the size of that Amazon." And you leaned into somebody and was like, because you just watched her beat like 3 straight farmers in arm wrestling.
That's a huge bitch. I'm sorry, I need to be like this. That's a huge bitch. You get the proper effect.
But all right, Deuce Bigelow. you lean into somebody and you're like, "Who's that?" And they say, "Oh, that's Captain Isabella."
Captain Isabella.
Isabella.
With an I?
Yeah.
Well, we can go one or two ways. We take off here and go our separate ways to go talk to the tribes, or
Well, let's. No.
You should perhaps speak to the
Yeah.
mayor first.
I
yeah,
agree.
that was gonna be the other option.
The
We'll talk to
Margrave.
him now.
What do you do?
We were summoned by them, correct?
True.
You guys start walking up to the group that has now kind of coalesced the four leaders of this town at the moment. Margrave Giselle, Sheriff Conrad, who is a little bit more armed up than you're used to, than you had seen him previously. Previously, he just kind of wore this old beaten up leather jacket, and he kept like a short sword on his hip, and light crossbow slung across his back, but he's got like a breastplate on and what looks like a rapier on his hip at this now. And Captain Isabella turns her attention over to them, and Chief Isno is also there as you all approach. And as you come up, Margrave Giselle says, "Oh, so you've agreed to help us then?"
That seems to be the
I believe
what we've come to.
Well, we can use all the help we can get.
Yeah, we're gonna need some help getting these people to help us, but I think we can handle it.
Well, that's why we brought you in, was to make sure you can get these tribes to help us.
And we will do so. It's going to take some time to get there and get back, but.
Well, it's getting late, so you can rest for the night, and then we will provide you with our our non-fastest horses, and you can head out.
All right.
The captain, Isabella, kind of looks you all up and down, kind of really giving each of you a once-over, like a head-to-toe examination.
I smile.
And she kind of stops on you, Cortanus, and just kind of like two vets who kind of catch eyes from across a room of looking around, and a lot of these troops seem to be pretty green, and you two just being able to make that connection of
Yeah.
okay,
Just
I
gives
can
her
tell.
a nod of understanding.
You just get like a,
The I've seen shit look.
Real
Yeah,
respect's real.
yeah, real respect's real kind of
Mhm.
feeling. That's what it is. And just kind of stops on Seao a bit too, but there's also like a quizzical like she's getting something else off of you, but she's not quite sure what it is. She says, well, you're a motley crew of assholes, but hopefully you're convincing and are tougher than you look.
It's like, since I assume Fike's nearby or something like that, to turn to him, assholes.
It's another figure of speech, Cortanus.
It's where you poop.
Yeah.
It's an insult, but she means it.
I have one.
She means it as a turn of phrase.
Yeah.
Captain Isabella, it's nice to see you again.
Pulls out journal, starts
I know
writing
you?
things down quickly.
Do I know you?
No, seen you in passing. Nice to see you again.
Right. So, at this point, Sheriff Conrad pipes up and says, well, the militia's about 100 strong, and they're still coming in from the farm countryside as we speak. Every day, a few more show up here and there. We're hoping to be able to field about 200 men and women strong. The Shields have their own division, pretty well equipped and armored up. Not as with all that heavy armor, they're not quite as mobile as you might think, but they're 150 strong. The Dust Paws are able to lend their strength. About 125 of them, mix of archers and spearmen, and then you all, and hopefully the rest of the tribes, because we've never seen forces this large move this fast across the open plains before for not being mounted. There's some sort of drive behind their march that we're not used to seeing.
Cosmo at least let them know what we learned from the group, or at least like Fike got them thinking we were on their side for a second. They gave us some kind of information, about what they were doing. They didn't think we were going to survive that. Yeah, just like check it with what numbers she knows and what she knows, or at least maybe give her some more information if any.
Guys, it's traps.
What, you cut out?
Say that again.
Do you think we should set up some traps? I mean, we do have these 12 javelins.
12 what?
Javelins.
Javelins.
Well, we should probably wait till we get the help of the best trappers in the area.
Yeah, I think
before we start planning any type of defenses.
Yeah, I think they would do very well with that, but we got to get them here first.
See if they have already begun those sorts of preparations here.
They have.
I saw the ramparts coming in. It's good mounting.
I'm trying to be. Captain Isabel. Yeah, Captain Isabel kind of looks over at you like, "Wow, really?" And looks back at you, Kurtanis, like, "Wow, really?"
Kind of looks confused by that because you didn't quite get the double meaning.
He says, like, "Oh, your ramparts look like they're coming along, real ramparty." Essentially.
Yeah, basically.
Just like, she says, well, we haven't gotten 100% coverage of the town yet, and we've only been able to angle them towards the south, which is where we know they're coming from, but if they get in around behind us, the work is going slowly. Long story short.
Is that accurate? Is them coming from the south accurate compared to where Hobgoblin indicator was on their map, on the map that we found?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
So at this point, it's probably like 7 o'clock at night. A lot of the people are starting to break down their workstations, and the watches are going out with their lanterns. Lanterns are starting to get lit. Braziers are starting to get lit to keep the town lit. And they said, we've provided a space for you to sleep in the barn again, in one of the barns. Hopefully you should get to bed and can leave at first light, yes?
Yes.
Certainly.
Sounds perfect.
Yes. The Margrave, Giselle speaks up again and says, So I imagine, y'all have picked out which one of the gnolls will be coming with you.
Yes, I believe we have.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I believe Sharik is.
Isnell kind of steps forward at this point and says, "Yes, I am eager to know who I'll be going to see. If I may make a request, I would prefer not to go to the Priest Eaters.
Well, fair
Adnark
enough.
gets on my last nerve, and
I believe we have decided the Riverwalkers.
lovely.
And Sharik will be going to the Priest Eaters. And
Sharik's supposed to be going to the White Snouts, I believe.
Yeah. I think
wait,
it
was that correct?
No, that was wrong.
Yeah.
No,
No.
Right.
Ranga was going.
Yeah, Runga.
Ranga.
Yeah, Runga was able to find the traps, and Sharik was the hunting buddy.
Okay.
So,
Yeah. So very well. We will be sure to get a good night's rest then. We should leave at first light, Ranga says.
definitely agreed. We're going to need all the rest that we can get to confront and speak with these individuals.
Sheriff Conrad leads you over to the barn that they've set up for you to stay in. There's some cots and things set up in there for you. There's a few rations provided for you if you need them, unless you guys want to dip into your own supplies. But the town, having slept in it once before, this time around it's much brighter through the night with all the lights being lit so that a guard can be kept watch while the night goes by. You can hear the clomping of hooves as patrols go through the streets. And you guys find yourselves to a quiet moment before bed.
I'm gonna go donate that armor the decent armor that we got
Okay.
to the cause.
Okay.
And if a blacksmith is open and available, I'd like to pick something quick.
Yeah, the blacksmiths have been kind of pressed into a service to help, get their. There's a lot of sharpening wheels out, a lot of last minute adjustments for armor, a lot of sharpening of weapons going on, but they know what you guys are planning and have been instructed to be made available to you should you show up.
Just real quick, I need a breastplate and a shield.
Certainly. The shield, they grab you one of the shields that's just about. It's your average looking shield, wooden steel, reinforced. And there is a breastplate that they make quick adjustments to, and so that it'll fit you.
Right.
But it's just a plain, like,
Yeah, I don't need anything fancy.
yeah,
They're getting it back the second we win.
yeah,
Or if I die, they can take it off my corpse.
yeah. But they provide you with a shield and a breastplate.
Right.
We'd also like to find some sort of like area with like either running water, like a well or something like that, to like sort of clean off some of the blood from her outfit and out of hair and stuff, and clean up, and then go back to the barn and kind of sit down across, like, I guess, against the back wall across from the door and kind of keep her usual vigilant stance and use her whetstone on her blades before her bed.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Cortanus, did you just go, like, clean your blades and stuff and all that?
Yes, I try to keep my weapons and myself as well kept as possible. Which is the best way to elongate their lifespan.
I agree. You know, you can ask me to do that thing, and I can clean you. You know that, right?
Oh, the magic, correct. Forgive me, I did not wish to intrude upon thee.
Cortanus, you don't bug me. I actually like you. You can always ask for my help.
I doth appreciate it, thank thee. Then I would ask so, if I may.
Wait, you want it right now?
I could not get all the blood out, unfortunately. Water only does so much compared to magic.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Prestidigitation. And you are
in the Zen spot for like the first time in a little while. This house is clean.
Yes. You look pristine and clean. All your clothes, no more stains are gone.
Thank thee, Noxus.
Oh. You are now sleeping in a barn that's usually filled with Nord. No,
yeah. Okay. If no one else is around, she'll say, "Thank thee, Max," and just quietly.
Ooh. Yeah.
I don't suppose thou hast a mending spell. All the stab motions.
Unfortunately, that I don't have.
We'll say the prestidigitation took care of it.
Ooh, sweet. Thank thee. And then she'll go to use the whetstone on it.
Yeah.
Hey, Cortanus, if you want to call me by that, call me by Rex.
Very well, Rex.
All right. Unless there's anything else.
Hath thou told the others yet?
I'll look around. Is there Dan close by?
I mean, he's in the vicinity, but he's kind of off, like, setting up his cot and stuff, so he's not really, like, paying attention.
I'm humming.
Yeah, he's doing his own thing.
Well, I guess now is better than never. We're about to die, so... Hey, Dan!
Thou shouldst not say that.
Mm-hmm.
I got something I gotta tell you.
During my humming ritual before bed, really can't wait.
No.
Suddenly becomes the, like, president of the fashion club from Daria.
No, it cannot wait.
I suppose we can do this now.
So, we've had a lot of battles together. I trust you. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you trust me, but I trust you. And, I'm tired of keeping secrets. I want to be able to...
Secrets? I thought there were no secrets with this group.
There's a few. But, there won't be once I'm done. At least with you and me. So, you know, I have a very odd, right?
Sure.
It's not my real name.
Kind of goes with your stinky breath, so I kind of figured that's what it was.
Right. And that's kind of where I got it from, but it's not my real name.
Oh, wonderful. We're doing the name game.
My real name is Maximus Rex. And the reason I changed my name is because I was on a pirate ship.
As a prisoner? How would you... I don't understand why you didn't have more ferocity towards the pirates we were facing.
Or Dan, I'd like to think you were a lot smarter than we all.
Because I'd like to not go to the other side of this conversation that you were trying to push to me. trying to say that maybe you're a pirate? You're not telling me that right now. Is that what you're saying?
Well, if we're gonna die maybe tomorrow or the next day, well, I'd at least like you to know who I really am.
So you're a pirate.
I was a pirate. I am that no longer.
And at that point, I just ignore him and stop speaking to me. Go away. Don't talk to me anymore.
Well, at least I told you the truth.
Yeah, after how long? Yep. Just walk away.
And
And I
did
do
not
so.
like it. Well, I suppose I could handle it better than thou could, but perhaps there was a reason he waited.
This is not a conversation I want to have right now, Katanas. Nope. Do not try to make this okay. Do not try to make this right. I've been being lied to from day one.
We all were, but I'm not trying to make it better, simply give another perspective.
My perspective is he's a pirate. Once a pirate, always a pirate.
Thou have not changed in thy life at all.
I've changed. Not from being a pirate, though. From someone that pillaged and killed for money to just a normal person that has demonic dreams that blow up our camp. Yeah, I mean, that seems okay.
He did not
I
blow up
knew-
a camp.
I knew I shouldn't have trusted him at all. And this is a good reason why.
For what it's worth, I didn't ask for either of them.
For what it's worth, you could have told everyone exactly who you were from the get-go. And we could have made a decision then of what we were going to do. Instead of had me go on this trip with everyone here. Is there any more lies out here? Is everyone lying to me? Because I haven't said a lie to any of you.
I am.
Wonderful.
I used to be a bank robber. I used to crack safes. My name is Ventus Silverwind.
You don't even have your real name.
No,
Why can't any of you go by your real names?
I have people hunting me, so I don't want to use.
Are people hunting you, Noxus? Or whatever your name is? Maximus? Whatever it is?
I am one of very few. And you see this tail? Very many people want my tail just because I have one. So, yes, the world is hunting me all the time.
So what is your name going to stop people from seeing a tail that wants you?
Because I was a draconian.
Okay, and they're going to know that by seeing your tail.
And knowing my name, so they go after my mother, which I'd really not like. Because I really love my mom, and I don't want her to get in more
So do
problems.
you love your mom when you were a pirate killing people?
Honestly, I thought I was.
She'd be proud of that, right?
I honestly thought I was going to be a sailor, but kind of hard to jump off the boat when you realize you're in the middle of I don't know where.
I don't know. I mean, I was brought on a boat by pirates telling me to become a pirate, and I refused. It's pretty easy to refuse. They stranded me on a boat and tried to kill me. But I refused because that was the right thing to do.
I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I haven't made stupid decisions because I have.
I see that. I don't know why we're still having this conversation. I'm pretty sure I made up my mind, and it's pretty sure by my tone that I've made up my mind. I don't know what you're trying to convince me of.
It's not my job to convince you. I'm just here to tell you the truth.
After many, many days of lying. Wonderful.
Trust is something earned. You don't just give it away.
Yes, and you just lost all of mine. Congratulations.
But you've earned all of mine.
Yes, because I didn't lie to you. And I had your back as a brother, but now I find out that I don't even know who you are.
I was afraid you would kill me or Dan.
Well, I'm not going to do that right now, am I? I've asked you to walk away, and yet you still sit here trying to convince me of what? That you're not a liar? Because you are. You're a liar. Whether you, no what matter way you put it, you lied to everyone. You're a liar.
Or Dan, I'm sitting in my bed. You're 10 feet away from me.
Move your bed. You know what? Even better. I'll move my bed, and I go to the other side of the thing. Just
Okay.
get away from everyone.
Erdan takes his bedroll off to the far side of the barn. And that is where we will put a pin in things.
Tension.
Damn.
Cord's known for his strength, not for his understanding.
Exactly.
I am young. Character is very
We
young.
are young. No one can tell us we're wrong.
Exactly.
Oh.
We'll roll the old
Chariot
chariot.
along, we'll roll the old chariot along. And we'll all go in behind.
I mean, that.
Walk away.
Right, we've been
This is
having
fine,
a
everything
big
is fine.
screen fight. That's good.
So,
Everything is fine. Everything is fine.
Never
wow,
gonna be
a
angry.
lot of XP tonight. Lots of RP. Erdan, you had 11. Cortanus, you had 10. Fike, you had 10. Noxus, you had 12. And Seau, you had 11. That was interesting. So next session, you guys will be off to talk to the different Knoll tribes.
Well, Shango was there for all of that, right?
Shango's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shango was there
Shango.
for all that, and he was just
Okay,
kind
so
of like,
he's gonna have to watch this episode to understand what's going on.
Logically,
Yeah.
he's
Because I'm
like.
gonna be furious tomorrow.
He's gonna have to
logically,
deal
how
with
am
that
I
shit
gonna get
next
this?
week. Fuck.
Oh yeah, it's all on him now.
Oh no.
Kind of thought Katana was going to ask more about this dude's brother, so I had the whole thing popped up the whole time.
Sorry, it was like kind of like right after we knew we needed to leave soon. But yeah, I mean,
well, there's the beginning of next session.
yeah, exactly.
Or you got a whole session with Noxus. He'll ask you. Well, no, he didn't hear any of it, did he? He was way too far away, so he wouldn't know.
No, you.
He
No,
would
yeah,
know-
no, it would have just been.
Yeah, I was too far away to hear.
Don't worry, she's got. I just ended in the session. Doesn't mean you guys are in bed yet. And she was still sharpening her blades. Plus, there's the morning when you guys are getting ready and stuff. She might wander over to you and ask you about it. Don't worry.
Oh, we're not in bed
The
yet?
campaign's not over. Well, no, it's just Dan walked away, and it's 10:30.
And he
so I
walks
was-
away.
And
And
so
I
was
walk away.
putting a pin in things for the moment.
Loud snap
but-
the balloon.
Typical Vax move, and I walk away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Clang,
And-
clang, clang, clang.
Yeah. Right.
Very stealthy you are, Dan.
Best,
Yeah, might not
best
wanna
natural
say
20
that
I've
wise
ever had.
waffle.
That was a good night.
Noxus, you know I could kill him in his sleep, right?
Yeah.
All right, just letting you
All right.
I put my bed closest to Father Fike. As close as comfortably possible.
Gonna snuggle.
You could snuggle me. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's happening.
Put that tail right with. I want to be Big Spoon though. I want to have that tail right between my legs.
Eh.
Like a leg pillow.
Yeah, like a leg pillow.
Even though he's the bigger guy, he'll let it happen.
Brutes did.
Then, if we split, then I'm a jetpack, and you could rocket off into the stars asleep.
Yeah,
Anyway.
I'm glad I moved my bedroll across this whole barn.
Anyway, Cortanus, what's your passive perception?
Passive is 14.
14. As this little argument breaks up, I will say that because you were doing a similar thing, you notice Seao polishing and sharpening a broken blade.
Ah. Okay.
So
We'll save that.
next session.
Yep.
Next session.
Cliffhangers!
Cliffhangers. All right. So I don't think anybody leveled.
Nope.
No.
Close.
No, not yet.
I need a
Close?
whole 10 XP.
Under
Yeah.
20. I'm under 20.
And then next week we've got Fike and Cortanus and Ranga going to the Dawn Mist Pines
Yep.
to meet the White Snout tribe. Noxus and Seao with Sharik headed to the hills to the southwest to see the Priest Eaters. And Shango and Erdan going with Chief Inzel to the east to the Riverwalker tribe.
It's a good thing we
Team Thunderstruck.
Yeah, it's a good thing we convinced Cortanus to go with Father because we would have had to do that at the end, regardless.
Yeah.
'Cause he probably didn't want to go with me or Father. Like, nope, you're both
I would've-
fathers. I hate you.
If I was going with him on a trip, I would have lied. I just would have not said anything.
It has been a very quiet trip.
It was
I
a
don't
quiet trip.
give it a shit.
No, they need their get along sweater.
Swap
Yeah,
the
Erdan and Nox, why don't you guys go together to one of the...
All I need is
Totally.
I got 50 feet of rope and 2 pairs of manacles, and I'm gonna make them get along. Are they about to sleep? Yeah, I just tie them together real
Get along
quick.
armor.
Oath of...
Noxus is a hard sleeper.
Oath to
Oath of-
shake hands and be friends.
I'm not
Yeah.
a hard sleeper right now. I don't trust 2 of you.
Stealth check.
You still got your Thunder Buddy. Shango.
It's
Thunder
perfect.
Buddies.
It's
Team
perfect.
Thunderstruck.
Thunder.
Thunder.
Fuck you, Thunder! Kind of the opposite, though. Love you, Thunder!
Fuck you, Thunder. Grab your Thunder Buddy.
Priest Eaters,
Priest Eaters. Oh.
So yeah, Father, we're gonna go to the Priest Eaters. No.
Priest eaters, am I
The
right?
fuck we are.
I mean, at least they told him though. Like, could have just said like, "Hey, we're gonna go with a group of guys."
Hey, yeah, Father, we're gonna go to the Riverwalk. Hey, wait a minute, we're going the wrong way. No, we're going the right way. No, we're
Yeah.
not.
You're going to Disneyland. It's your mom tells you you're going to Disneyland, and she ends up driving you to the dentist. You're like,
Oh.
you fucking bitch.
You
Oh,
liar!
I bring you this tribute.
Yes, I bring you this tribute. He worships a god.
Dun-dun-dun!
He's got papers. We have him. He's a priest.
I want that meme from if anyone can find that GIF from the first Lord of the Rings. Or looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. What? No.
What the?
Yeah,
Wait, what the?
not good.
Oh,
Oh God.
I had a lot of fun tonight. That was good.
I'm glad you
Good
guys are
times.
having fun. Oh.
Now getting into the fun levels. Like
The
the
fun
first 5
levels?
the first 5 to 6 levels, you're trying to figure your character out, and then once you get to like 6 to 10, you're like, I'm pretty sure I got this guy figured out or girl figured out, and the mechanics just they start to work, and you start to have fun. The backstory really develops.
My plan. All right, so we saved Drenna, and we're gonna try to save Turst. If we save Turst, all we gotta do is save Whitestone, and then everything to the west, and we'll be heroes. That's it.
This is fine. Yeah, that's all we have to do. It's so simple.
That's
Well,
if
simple.
Ordan. That's if Ordan finds it in his heart to forgive us for lying.
Yeah, that's the
him
hard
being
part.
A pirate.
Guys, I've been lying this whole time. My name is actually Theo. It's Eeyore.
It's Eeyore?
Eeyore, he's the saddest.
Eeyore.
He is the saddest among us.
Saddest donkey.
Silent.
I'm really three gnomes in a trench coat.
Guys, I'm actually a Hydra.
Yeah, I'm not really a person, sorry.
Yeah.
I'm a construct. I'm Doty.
I'm an illusion.
Yes, illusions, Michael.
Illusions.
Guys, what if?
All right, y'all. I'm signing off.
Later.
All right.
See you
same
guys
here.
next week,
Yeah.
and we'll have
See you next week.
Hopefully by next week I'll have more sleep when the Kickstarter is over.
Yeah.
Maybe I can
We'll
actually
have Shango
think.
back as well. Shango will be back next week. And you guys will
He's gonna
hopefully
love his session.
you guys can
If your
wrap
friends
up
like
the-
dice, please pass along the link to the Kickstarter for me.
yeah.
I gotta be desperate now.
Next week we can start getting into the finals, the final storyline of the first arc of the campaign here.
Da-da-dun.
Groot is, in case you guys hadn't figured it out yet, Groot is kind of the big bad for this arc of the.
No.
No, I thought the Rakshasa was, to be quite honest. I was like, oh shit.
The
Kinda,
Honestly, honestly, you guys, that was it was either I couldn't depending on how things went, I was either going to throw the Drina mission at you guys first or this mission at you guys first, and depending on what happened after the pirate mission, and you guys got super interested in, and I threw a few plot hooks out there, and this just happens to be the third one that you're doing. But I wanted you guys, I knew you had to be level before I got you here, so that's why I was like, I'll have them chased out, because I didn't know if you were gonna say oh fuck Drina, let's keep chasing down this druid murder shit. And if you did that, that would have, really gone a different direction. You guys would have been heading, deeper into the Parchwood.
Yeah, at this level, no.
Yeah, no.
This
We've
is
seen
fine,
what the
everything's
Parchment
fine.
has to offer. It's look at Ghost, instantly die. No, thank you.
Yeah, we went into the Parchwood when we were level 9, 10. We fought some freaking crazy stuff.
I fought a dragon.
Yeah, they fought a dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, they found a green dragon
Yes.
in the Parchwood.
My people. Yeah, that was the night I missed. I was so pissed. I've been wanting to fight a dragon for so long.
Wait,
I killed
when
it
did we
with
fight a
my-
dragon?
This was in the
Different
Their
group.
campaign.
this is in a different campaign I was running for them.
Yeah, it was
Which
our
started-
game that turned into.
Yeah, it started at their apartment and then moved to Roll20.
Man,
and
with our
then
green
died.
dragon, we're just thinking of giving it smut as an offering.
Here,
I
we-
That is a
give it
real
a
thing
venom
we might
blade.
be doing.
I tried to give him a venom blade. It didn't want the venom blade because it was a jerk.
Nope, mediocre
Here,
smut.
Yeah,
So
it
I
was just,
smited it.
it's just an evil green dragon,
Yeah, an
I
ancient green
smited
dragon.
it.
It needs the milkmaid. It needs the butter churning milkmaid.
All right, y'all.
Later.
Good night, everybody.
Night.
Good
night.
night.
See you next week.
See you next
Same
week, guys.
time. Get
Cortanas?
some sleep. I know.
Get some sleep!
I'm trying. Later.
Go to sleep.